Going on, Jerome's live from undisclosed location, but of course, free agency does not stop. And we talk about Byron Murphy Jr. today, where Byron had an absolute career season, made the Pro Bowl as a starter, 6 interceptions, led the league for cornerbacks, as well as 14 passes broken up, really settling into his own in year 2 with the Florida scheme. Now, Murph certainly could get paid. Is it going to be here? Is it going to be somewhere else? And also, we talked about him as potentially being a candidate for the franchise tag to give the Vikings a little bit more time to work out a long-term deal. But guess what? Newsflash, the Vikings are not tagging Murph, keeping things open for Sling and Sammy Darnold potentially, as that tag window is now open. But the Vikings are still buying themselves some time to get a long-term deal done. It's from Dan Graziano, ESPN. Per league source, the Vikings and cornerback Byron Murphy Jr. have agreed to push back the void date on his contract. Originally, the deal voided 23 days prior to the start of the new league year, either today or tomorrow. Was yesterday, as Darnold, Gilmore, as well as Murph had void year deals come home to roost, which means Murphy cannot be franchise tagged since the date is past the deadline for teams to use a franchise tag. So that's important. So now Murph doesn't have to worry about getting the franchise tag. Either he's going to get paid from the Vikings or he's going to get open free agency and get paid. So that's a win-win for Murph. Interestingly, they did not reach the same agreement with Sam Darnold, whose contract still voids 23 days before the start of the new league year, so yesterday. If they don't do a new deal with Darnold before the contract voids, then $5 million is remaining. Signing bonus proration would accelerate onto the 2025 salary cap as dead money for Sam Darnold. Upshot here, they still can franchise Darnold, but can't franchise Murphy or Aaron Jones, who also pushed his void year back. And like Graziano said, Jones did push back his void years as well, and it leaves the door open for the Vikings and Jones and Vikings and Murphy to get a long-term deal done. And the fact that both sides, agreed to push the date, I think that's a good sign that both sides want to work something out if the price is right. Jones, would love to have him back as a veteran running back. Murph is a little bit more complicated because Murph is an extreme talent, but how do you evaluate that? Because I think specifically in the Florida scheme is where he flourishes. Will he do the same somewhere else? And projections wise, anywhere between 17 and 22 million. 22 million will make him the third highest paid cornerback in the league. And I like Murph a lot. Is he Jalen Ramsey or Patrick Surtain? I don't know. But he is a very good cornerback. Is he Pro Bowl and borderline All-Pro? Yes, I think he certainly is. Now, just because it was pushed back doesn't mean that a deal will get done. Vikings did that with Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson back in 2023. But the specter of getting something done is what's important here. And I don't know, like Tomlinson got $14.5 million per year from the Browns. The Vikings weren't going to match that, and a team certainly could come in and overpay Murph. But he does have $4.2 million in void year cap hits coming home. If the Vikings and him don't work out a deal before the first day before the start of the new league year, if not, it remains prorated. Along with the new deal cap hits, but Murph. I would like to keep Murph, but up to a certain point. Like if it's 16, 17 million per year, yes, 100% all in with Murph. If not, you can use that cap money, spend it elsewhere, either in the trenches, on another cornerback like DJ Reed, Traverse Ward, etc. But certainly see it. But either way, like pushing the void is really smart to do, and it shows that both sides are willing to deal, and it's good for Murph because now the specter of the transition tag or the franchise tag, they go. Right, so either Murph is going to get a contract extension from the Vikings or get one in open free agency. So it's a bit of a win-win for all involved. But that's it. Murph, Vikes, pushback, void year deadline, just like with Aaron Jones. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys have the best thing to do. Skull, production value.